I just arrived here with my David Brown tractor, with my small tractor, and the hens are in this coop. So it's a hen house and a run. And on a daily basis, I arrive here 365 days of the year, and I move the coop and the run on a section with the tractor. And what I'm doing is 85% of the feed that the hen gets, so they're getting a protein feed in order for them to lay their eggs, and 85% of that feed actually goes out their rear end as manure, and it's very rich in nitrogen and it's very rich in other nutrients, and basically it grows beautiful green grass and it grows beautiful clover. And something like, I've done kind of various calculations, but we'll say, so I only have 6 hens, because 6 hens are more than enough for the house. So with 6 hens, what we have is we're getting about 5 eggs a day. So we've 35 eggs a week. How many eggs would you eat in a week? So what I found out was that with 6 hens, I can actually keep 2 acres fertile. That can be my primary source of fertility for 2 acres. So I basically move around in a very systematic fashion around my 2 acres. So I've 1 acre here, I've 1 acre in front of the house, and that is my fertility program for those 2 acres. When you have a small holding, you really have to think about fertility. You might have fertility coming from the hens. Then you might also have fertility coming from compost, or from other sources. So you really have to think about fertility, because you have to maintain the fertility on the holding. If the fertility goes down on the holding, what you'll end up with grass that's unpalatable to the animals, and the animals won't thrive. The animals will become unhealthy. So your animals at this time of the year should have a shine off them from eating grass, for instance, in the summer months. So you really have to think about the fertility. And it's phenomenal, the developments in the whole world of sustaining fertility on your holding. So what we have now is we have people all around the world that are putting a lot of emphasis on how to grow grass. So you've got all different types of theories, ideas and practices. And what you need to do is you need to arrive at the practice that's suitable to your soil type and your holding and your animals. So to give you an example, so what I have is I have a few workhorses, I have a couple of cows, and I have my poultry. So that's what's going on in my grassland. So I need to have enough winter feed for them, and I need to have enough grass for them for late spring, summer and autumn. And my practice is that I have my hens for about 2 acres, and then for the remaining 4 acres of my small holding, I have a practice going on whereby I have a rotation program with the animals, and then I graze my animals in the paddock, and then when the animals are finished grazing in the paddock, I go around with this little machine, a little mulch mower behind my David Brown tractor, and I slightly clip the top 1/3 of the grass. I don't clip it tight. And what I do is I just kind of nip it, and then that residue is a feed for my grassland. And so I'm kind of constantly, so my animals are going around, and it's about every 40 days, 45 days that I'm doing this clipping program. And then once a year, I have compost that I've made, and I spread that on the grassland. And that's usually in late September, early October that I spread it. So that's my program, and everybody needs to have their program.